Hey y'all, it's me, Ren, back again for another adventure. We are still working our way downtown. We are still working at the Cat Cafe, A Cat's Paw. We are about to continue our game, as lovely as always. Of course, for any kind of cafe game, we're going to need to have our own little hot beverage here. So pardon me while I pour that tea. Now, of course, all these cats are much more into coffee, but afternoon we have tea so that we can still go to sleep. And we can pour tea on the keyboard, you know, as you do. Let me just give that a little bit of a wipe. All right. Dun, 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 dun.
Did you actually spill tea on the keyboard?
Only just like a couple drops. Nothing of any great import. All right.
Just a piece of piss.
What?
As they say.
A bit of piss.
Just a piece of piss.
A piece of piss.
A bit of piss would be actual piss.
Oh.
Piece of piss means it's easy.
Ah.
It's a piece of piss, governor.
Nah.
Piece of piss, governor.
Not like, nah, you're wrong, but just like,
Yeah.
nah, let's not say
It
that
sounded
here.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot about the G-rated family friendliness.
No, it has nothing to do
of-
with G rating. It just has to, nah.
Do you just not like it?
I just don't
Then
like
Don't
it.
say you don't like it. That's completely valid. It's your
Yeah.
stream.
Oh, it's not even, I don't even mean on stream, baby. I mean around me. Let's just say Easy's pie.
The pie's hard. You have to fuck with the crust, even if it's store-bought. And then you gotta make the filling, even if it's store-bought.
Okay. You're the winner. You're the winner.
Apple pie's actually German.
Get him. Get me, I guess.
Automobile was invented in Austria. First produced in Austria. I mean, your muscle cars, that's 100% American.
I'm not even sure if the mic can pick you up with how you're muttering.
Robot mutters.
There you go. I certainly picked that up. I don't know.
I think it's probably picking me up.
It probably is.
It's not like I'm fighting for low end with you. So.
Graves pops in and out of the cafe like a stray cat over the next couple of weeks, never staying for long. Oops. What'd I say? The days... Nope, that's not the one. Hey, you're supposed to show me the history. The log. Okay, well, I guess I just don't know that one. The days come and go and we settle into a routine. Everybody shows up and does their thing. I'm getting better at my job, and I'm getting better at some other stuff, too. Hey, Mochi, check it out! Mochi opens one eye and thumps his tail once against the side of the couch. I'm almost totally sure he understands me now, somehow. Meh. When I talk to him, it's not like I'm talking to a sentient pillow anymore. He actually acknowledges what I say and responds. It's not that weird to talk to your pets anyway, right? We fully support talking to your pets on I keep almost calling it a podcast. On this stream. Ooh.
That was my fault.
I mean, it's not like he's literally talking back to me. That would be weird. He said a couple things. I think he's just too lazy to really say anything else. I set two cola cans next to each other, then take a step back. Plus, you freak out every time you do. Are you watching? You better be watching. Meh. He's got little blushes on. Meh. Do. You're missing the game. How on earth? It's purr. Where'd you go there, Captures? What's going on here? How you doing that? What happened there? All right, and then starting soon goes away. Thank you as always. Okay, here we go. Exactly. Yeah, it was frozen on the screen. The rest of it, like, it was all working, but it was frozen on the screen. Okay, here we go. Ooh, look. We got a new scene here. Mochi's. I concentrate and the cola cans flutter apart into long ribbons like potato peels. They collapse on each other and form a jumbled mess of aluminum. There's some soft crunching while the ball of soda can wobbles around a bit. Shapes begin to emerge from the ball of aluminum ribbons. Arms, legs, ears. Before you know it, ta-da! A soda can sculpture of a cat. It's you! Mochi makes a low huffing noise, then closes his eyes. I set the cat sculpture aside with all the others. What, you don't think it looks like you? You're the worst audience. I'm going to show this to the guys at the cafe. They'll appreciate it. Hello, Ginsberg. Do you want to come up here? You want to come up here? Date kitties? Date some cool cats with me? Come on up. You're just going to stand there and stare at me, huh? All right. No, that's cool. I think I feel comfortable enough with my magic, I guess I might as well call it, to bring it up to everybody. I can demonstrate it now, after all, so it's not like they have a reason to not believe me. The real problem now is figuring out how the heck to bring it up. Yo, you just do it. Like, when y'all are hanging out after work, just do a little boo and then make a little cat. It's easy. The real problem now is figuring out. I'm going to mull that one over a bit, and I suppose a day or two of more planning won't hurt. Okay, so the over-planning, I'm with you. I'm with you there. I should start getting ready for work. I had a couple days off, but I've still been going in to hang out with everybody almost every day. What can I say? I really like everybody there. Some more than others. Okay, one especially more than others, but whatever. Who is it? But again, first things first. We'll worry about the cat situation, then I'll worry about the cute coworker situation. So by this point, the decisions that we've made previously in the game have determined which of these fine feline, what's another friends? Fine feline friends? Could have been better. Is the one that we're going to be dating. I grab my keys, smoosh my face into Mochi's to say goodbye. He hates it. And then head on my way. I bet he doesn't hate it, because if cats hate things, you end up with scars, is the thing that I know. Yeah, Mochi, you love it. Mochi loves to put his face on your face, I bet. Oh, it's that rusty-ass bicycle. I haven't seen any trace of that creepy guy since I saw him a while back, so I've started trying that other route to and from work when I need a change of scenery. It's not a great change, to be honest. There's still a lot of rusty junk lining the road, and it feels like I see more every time I come down this way. It's so deliberately placed that there's no way it isn't on purpose. There's a stack of old car parts that almost looks like a tower if you look at it the right way. It's almost artful. Today, though, there's a different addition to the walkway. Graves? He's right there, very much human, standing over the rusty, decrepit bike. He's so lost in thought, I wonder if he even notices I'm here. Graves? What's up?
Oh, Avery. Just assessing the litter around the cafe.
Yeah, it looks like someone's been using this walkway as a trash dump.
So they have. Do you think it's one of the shop owners?
Oh, no, that's me. Do you think it's one of the shop owners around here?
I know the culprit. The true matter is to properly deal with its disposal.
That's not our job. Wine. That's not our job. WTF. If you know who it is, make them do it.
Regretfully, I do not believe we can stop him.
He looks so serious. Why so serious? I mean, I can't blame him. This is an eyesore and it's probably hurting business. What a jerk. Who is it?
Nobody you know. Don't worry about it.
Well, I guess if he's not going to stop, we should just start cleaning it up. I'll help carry some of it. I roll up my hoodie sleeves and reach out to grab the rusty bike hand. Graves' hand. His fingers coil tightly around my wrist so quickly I didn't even see him move.
Don't touch it.
His eyes hold an intense, stern glow as his stare bores into me. For just a moment, I feel that chill claw up my spine again. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Forgive me. It's too dangerous to do this without the correct procedure. You haven't learned enough yet.
This is a lot more complicated than just picking up trash, huh?
Please, don't worry about it.
I can't help wondering if this is related to some other weird things I've seen around here, you know?
I'd rather you just focus on the cafe and leave this to me. Please don't worry about it.
You're so opaque, I seriously don't get you at all. Are you coming up now? Yeah, we got a Ginsburg. Ginsburg in the house.
I've been hearing that since before I could speak. I'm used to it by now.
I wish you'd just tell me straight up what's going on.
Consider it a management problem.
Like,
how's the job treating you? You do enjoy it here, yes?
Goodbye, Ginsburg. Only here, but for a brief moment. Well, maybe if I had a boss that told the truth, it'd be easier. Oh, zing.
No need to be contentious. I'm doing the best I can. I truly am sorry for the mess, Avery.
I'm not the one you should be apologizing to. Talk to the rest of the staff about that.
Best case scenario, this will be dealt with soon and we can all forget about it.
And if the best case doesn't happen?
Then we'll have a new bridge to cross. Well, you'd best head in. Wouldn't want to be late, after all.
You gonna write me up or something if I am?
I don't think I'd need to after Finley got through with you for making her open by herself. I ran out of breath there. Takes a lot to keep my voice this deep. I actually more of a tenor, but I have this whole steez that I've got going on.
Shoot, you're right. Well, later. I heard the robot giggle.
Till then.
There isn't much time until we open, so I hurry off to the cafe. Avery, there you are! I was starting to get worried. Sorry, I got sidetracked on the way here. I ran into Graves. I guess talking to the boss counts as work, huh? No, it doesn't. Graves couldn't keep hold of a topic if it was stapled to his hand. Ouch. We hurriedly get to work finishing pre-open setup. Though it doesn't really matter because it's a slow morning. The first person to come through the front door isn't even a customer. It's Graves. Yo, this guy. Fancy meeting you here. You want some coffee? The usual?
Not right now, thank you.
Ginsburg, my lap is available. You do not have to cry at the robot's door. Oh, she was coming over into your boop boop booth. Led her back to the door. It's okay. She loves you. She loves him.
Please pay me no mind. I'll be in and out today. Maintenance work.
Finally. The sink in the kitchen has been backing up something fierce lately.
Not that kind of maintenance, my friend. Security improvements.
He blows through the building and disappears through the back door as quickly as he arrived. Reese watches him go and takes a few wavering steps towards the door before deciding against it. I guess even Reese can't outboss the boss. Security improvements, huh? What the heck is that supposed to mean? Well, that was weird. Well, back to work, huh? Yeah. It's hard to focus on work when I can see Graves pacing back and forth in front of the big glass storefront. Luckily, it's a slow day, so I can excuse myself every so often to peek in on him or peek out at him. I think. I think I just saw him bury something under a loose tile. At one point, I dip my head out to see what he's doing, and he's just standing there, staring at the wall, tracing a picture on it with his finger. I'm sure he's just doing it to look busy, but then I catch a glimpse of something like light reflecting off a piece of metal on the wall itself. It flashes for a moment and then it's gone. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe he's doing something to the building. Something arcane, I guess. But even if he is, why? Why is he suddenly so concerned with security? Is he setting like a magic anti-theft alarm or something? Or is it something more sinister? I can't help but think of his weird behavior this morning and his focus on the rust piles. Something must be coming. Something as serious as the cat curse. If he's just going to leave us in the dark, I've got to do something. It's time I finally talked to someone about magic. The book, the curse, everything. I hope she doesn't kick me out of the kitchen first. Oh! Oh! Ginsburg, that was a mighty pew! Come here! Come here! We gotta talk to Mason about magic. I feel like I'm intruding whatever I'm in here. I'm never sure if it's Mason's aura or if it's because cooking is the most mysterious magic of all. What if she doesn't believe me? What if she thinks I'm stupid? I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm starting to figure out how to read her. I don't think she's that type of person. I hope. I don't know. It's hard to figure out without feedback, you know? She's warmed up to me at least. I can tell that much. I don't know if she's taking pity on me because I can barely feed myself or if... Well, never mind. No use speculating. Look at me standing here and gawking. I better not slack off. I'm trying to make myself look busy. Oh, she's not even paying attention. You know, it's funny. Before I met Mason, I didn't know cooking could be so artistic. Watching her prepare meals is like a dance. Today's special is French toast with little cat shapes seared into the bread. I didn't know that was a thing you could do, but here she is, making adorable food as if she's been doing it since birth. It makes me want to learn to cook. Could I do that, like, ever? She's a natural. I don't think I could ever learn like that. Catching flies? Yeah. Mouth open, staring. Gonna catch flies. Oh, you're right. I guess she was paying attention. Do you come in here for something? Or, should I charge admission for the show? Oh, I'm sorry if, if I'm bugging you, I can come back. If this is a bad time, I mean. Didn't say I didn't like it. Don't mind the company now and then. She glances up and flashes me is that? It is a smile! Wow. Now what? Is this flirting? Oh, thanks. I mean, hold on. Let me try that again. Smooth moves, Gray. Way to get thrown off by a mild maybe flirt. So, I wanted to ask you something and talk about the cat curse. Talk while I work. Can't burn the toast. Or can't burn the toast. Oh, okay. So, you know the cat curse and all? I'd hope so. All right. So, I think I figured out how to break it. I figured that at least warrant a look, but she didn't even glance up. Is she excited or what? I mean, like, I never turned into a cat, right? I think I reversed it before it could take hold. I could probably do the same for you. Nah. What? That's not what I expected. I didn't think she'd burst into tears, dance around the kitchen or something, but nah. Just nah. If you don't believe me, I believe you. I just don't need it. Bet the others will be thrilled. You what? You don't need it? What do you mean? I'm fine with being a cat. Mood, me too. It doesn't cause me problems. It's cool you figured it out. Definitely not what I expected. What do you even say to that? I feel stupid. Like, even more than usual. Okay. Okay. This is fine. Get your head in the game, Gray. We can do this. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. You want to be a cat forever? You'll be stuck here for the rest of your life. First real job I've had. Not gonna throw that out. Hey, mine too. But I don't know, doesn't it bother you that you can't go anywhere or do anything? I go places. Where, home? There's lots of stuff you can do besides work and sleep. You should be able to go shopping. Don't like shopping. See movies. Graves has DVDs. Go on dates. Ooh, that silence. Got some little blushy marks here. She slaps another piece of toast on the griddle, but I see that tick. Her mouth is twitching. That's a good sign, I think. She pointedly flips the toast, letting the sizzle drown me out for a second. God, it smells good in here, like vanilla and cinnamon. Does she go home smelling like that? Would she smell like that if she wasn't a cat when she goes home? Or, okay, yeah, moving on. Don't think too hard about how coworkers smell. Won't you at least try with me? I've got this magic manual at my place, and we could look up how to break the curse and try it out if you want. I mean, if you want, of course. Thought you said I couldn't date as a cat. Oh, crap. Oh, I mean, not as a date. I mean, relax. It's a joke. Won't hurt to take a look. Really? But I got some stuff to take care of. Give me your address. I'll come after. Okay, sure. I can text it to you. Can't check my phone as a cat. Yeah, whoops. Let me find a paper and pen. I'll be here all day. You're right. I won't rush then. I'll walk. I love a good I run away before I can make even more of an idiot of myself. Oh my God, could I have been any more awkward? Why do I turn into a blabbering idiot every time I see her? I thought I had game. The only game I've got is tiddlywinks. I feel like I'm about to burst into shame flames. In the news today, trash heap of a 19-year-old kid opened their dumb mouth and then spontaneously combusted from awkwardness. I gotta get it together before anybody else sees me. Avery. Oh, hell no way. It's not Finley, but Reese is almost as bad. I'm busy myself with organizing cat toys. Yeah, that's not a Sisyphean task. The red one is longer than the yellow one, but this other red one is shorter. If I arrange them by size, it'll be an ugly rainbow, but if I do it by size and color, it'll... Avery, are you ignoring me? What? Of course not. What is up? I wanted to see if you'd be willing to close today, but if you're gonna pick up and put down the same toy over and over, I could find someone more capable. No, it's fine. I was just testing its weight, getting a feel for how the cats like it. Right. It passes the test. Good to go. Unless, of course, you have plans. Of course not. Look at that smug mug. He knows full well what he's doing. Why is everybody here so nosy? I resent that. I have plenty of plans, like all the time. I have a very healthy nightlife. Of course you do, but not often with other people, I imagine. Especially not coworkers. I knew it. He does know. Is he good at reading people, or is my poker face that bad? Gross. I'll have to call Landry for cleanup if you don't pick up that jaw. Though, that's half the cleanup we'd have to do if things get messy with you and Mason. What? I don't know what you mean. Look, just a friendly word of warning. From a splendid assistant manager to his loyal employee. I heard you talking in the kitchen. Be careful with her. And with yourself. What do you mean? She keeps at such a distance that I don't know what happens if you two get close. That's all. It's just a hunch. Might be nothing. But I listen to hunches. You're only worried about our only chef quitting. That too, but I don't know. It's just a feeling, all right? I try to help and get put on the stand. I'm not going to thank you for eavesdropping, dude. You're just finding excuses to be nosy. Well, you say that now, but someday when you're older and more mature, you'll thank me. Was that a Graves impression? Are you trying to imitate Graves right now? What? No. No, geez, of course not.
You are. You even copied his intonation. Oh my god, you're such a little kid.
Tuh! I am absolutely not. We're the same age, you and me. You can't call me a kid.
All the more reason you shouldn't act like my dad, kid. Nobody should listen to me for advice, so they definitely shouldn't listen to you.
I beg your pardon. I'm definitely the more mature one here. I'm a manager for a reason.
Okay, I bet I could just be just as good a manager as you. And then The words die in our throats and we freeze. We whip our heads towards the kitchen. Mason's there, hands on hips, staring at us like she can see our futures, and they're grim. You're real loud.
Sorry, we'll be quiet.
She doesn't look mad. She looks amused, like she's trying to hide a smile. Maybe my mind's playing tricks.
Sorry, Mason. I'll discipline them properly.
What? You were just as bad. Don't be too tough. It's a real fragile one. She makes a noise. Is that a laugh? And then she disappears. Did Mason laugh at me? Or with me? Probably mostly at. Maybe both. Point is, I've never heard her laugh. Period. Reese looks as incredulous as I feel. I can feel his shocked gaze from here. You know what? It feels pretty cool to get special treatment from Mason. Now who's got his jaw on the ground? Cleat up on aisle Reese.
You can't just steal my line. That's so uncreative.
Like I care. Mason kind of sort of smiled at me and she's going to come over tonight. Reese can keep blabbing until the end of shift for all I care. I've got other things to think about. Oh, and suddenly it's evening. Look at how the light changed. Boy, is it a long day, though. I divide my attention between checking the front and the back of the cafe. The front to see if Graves is still there. He isn't. And the back to see if Mason is still there. Of course she is. It doesn't make the time go any faster. I finally find a spare pen and paper to write my address for Mason. We have to hide all the pens so Ian doesn't chew them up. Right, cats? Am I right? I finally find a spare pen and paper to write my... Oh, no, I already did that one. I did the thing. I looked away because I looked at this guy right here. This little kitty hanging down. Always in trouble, this one. Hunting, for one, thankfully eats up some of my time. It's like a scavenger hunt. Gotta make this nice and easy to read. I spend a little extra time putting some flourishes on my handwriting so it's clear enough. Then I draw a map. And then a few cats and flowers and... Oh, I'm getting carried away. I shove the paper in my pocket and get back to work. Hopefully Reese or Landry didn't see me messing around. Eons later, the sun gets to that point where it shines in the windows at that angle I hate. That means it's about time for Mason to head out. Sure enough, she's already out of her apron and the pots and pans are all nicely stacked. Aw, man, I should have been in here helping her clean instead of messing around with doodles. Bonding opportunity missed. Hey, Mason. I brought you directions like you asked, you know. I remember it like it was yesterday. Is that another joke? Okay, here you go. I hope you like it. Hope you like it? Just bury me alive. I hand her the paper, all neatly folded up into a triangle. Well, I tried to make it neat. It's kind of lumpy. Another smile plays across her face. Long as it doesn't get me lost, it's fine. Okay, good. I drew a map too, put my artistic skills to use. You know, just in case. Okay, so see you later then, I guess. Where are you going? Don't worry about it. See you. Yeah, okay, bye. Then she puts the paper in her mouth? I mean, not eating it. She fits it between her teeth and waves farewell before she steps out the back door. Why would she do that? She vanishes. I peek out after her. There's a scruffy orange cat with a lumpy paper triangle in its mouth. Oh, that makes sense. Not like she has pockets. I better get cleaned up and everything too, right? Gotta get back and get ready. I rush through the closing tasks and mess up probably 75% of them. My head's way gone by now. I'm checked out. Poor Landry has to clean up after me. Eventually, he tells me to just head home. I think that's just because he knows it'll be faster if he does it himself. Sorry, Landry.
I feel light on my feet going home. Maybe I should make dinner. I bet Mason would like that. What would I make, though? How does cooking even work? I think about it for the rest of the walk home. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they have, if their clothes transformed with them. It sure seemed like it did, but I swear they mentioned that. I swear they talk about it. I don't know. Meow. Damn, if I was going to cook, I'd need to buy things to cook. There's got to be something here. Anything. There's all these cans lying around, so I'm sure I'll find something edible eventually. He won't stop making that gross low purr meow as he waddles behind me. Gross? That's the best thing. Purr meows are the best. I shouldn't blame him. The only time I'm ever in the kitchen is to feed him, so it makes sense he'd assume. Tough luck, buddy. I'm on a mission. What did Aunt Wendy leave behind? Some pasta in funky shapes. I think those are spices. I recognize cinnamon and red pepper, but the rest are a mystery. Canned veggies. Not bad. I can work with this. In the fridge. Woo! Well, smells like I have yogurt now. Let me just take care of that. Ugh, man, what a mess. All these leftovers I don't remember ordering. This is turning into a stinky excavation. I hope this clears up before Mason gets here. I open some windows and spray some of Aunt Wendy's sickly sweet air freshener directly into the fridge. That should do it. Yeah, that's great. When the dust settles, I review my findings. All I'm left with is some random crap. How am I supposed to make dinner out of this? This is why I don't like cooking. Mochi, this is too hard. You have it so easy getting all your food in cans and bags. Think, Avery, think. I brainstorm. I arrange the potential ingredients before me. When all's said and done, I've created a beautifully lopsided pyramid of cans and boxes. I hope it doesn't fall over. I guess I should stick to pizza. If I order some now, it'll get here before... What's that noise? Is that a cat scratching? I glare at Mochi, but he's sitting there like his usual dumb self. Must be something else. It gets louder. Avery. Oh, crap, she's here. I thought she'd ring the doorbell, but of course she can't. Oh, sorry, hold on a second. I bound to the door, nearly tripping over a box of soda cans. Why didn't I clean it up on the way? I try to look all nonchalant when I open the door. That'll impress her. Where is she? Oh, right. I gotta adjust my gaze downward to account for the height difference. Normally she's taller than us. Hey, come on in. I was just, dinner? Just, dinner? Yeah, I was gonna make something with whatever stuff was around here, but that's probably not gonna work. I'll order pizza. You like pizza? No. Nope, never mind. I can't make this work. Not when it's your excuse to not cook. Oh, she meant no like that. Okay, we're back on. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess, but come on, cooking is so hard. Even harder if you don't try. Yeah, but it's such a hassle, and I'm just gonna screw it up. You're doing it wrong. Yeah, that's what I said. I always do it wrong. So let's just order takeout. No, because you cook alone. I learned to cook because my grandparents showed me. It was nice. Spent good time together, telling stories, jokes. You know, I can do that for you. Yeah. I'd like that. Okay, let's cook. I didn't know if it was possible for cats to smile, but Mason demonstrates before I get the chance to ponder it too much. Wow, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Well, almost. Her human smile is cuter. But, how? I don't think you can hold a pan like that. I'm no expert, but I feel like opposable thumbs are probably important to cooking. Supervising. I tell you what to do, you do it. Isn't there a movie like that? What, are you going to sit on my shoulder and control me? Are you my cat tattooey? Mason saunters to the kitchen and leaps up on the counter. Mochi gives me such a look. Yeah, I know it's a double standard, but I don't care. You're still not allowed up there, buddy. Here's fine. She glances over at the haphazard food pyramid I made. Her ears twitch. What's that supposed to mean? Is that good or bad? It's probably not good. It's what you're working with? Yeah, a whole lot of nothing. It's fine. Olive oil? Oh, maybe. Let me search around. Get 2 saucepans and a skillet. Aye, aye. I start rooting around for the rest of the stuff. I guess this is olive oil? The label's kind of peeled, but Mason nods when I hold it up. It's in that sort of clear, that sort of transparent but dark green bottle. It's probably olive oil. It's a special shape. Casserole. The pots and pans are the cleanest dishware in my possession. Don't need to wash something you never use, after all. I excavate them from the pile of unidentifiable kitchen doodads. Okay, now what? Follow all my steps. Exactly. Roger! So then, I cook for the first time ever. Well, the first time I'm willing to count. Mason announces the steps to me, and I follow them as well as I can. It goes well, for the most part. I almost start a fire when I drop some of those squiggly noodles into the burner. It smells a little burny in here, but soon the smell of delicious food is overpowering. I put a little flourish on it while we're sautéing veggies. Mason touches me with her paw and sternly shakes her head, like, do not flip the pan. Guess you don't go shaking pans around, but then why does she do it? It looks so cool. It sucks that she can't help me more directly. Straining the pasta with just one set of hands gets messy. One day I'd like to try this again with human Mason. I bet we could do cute kitchen food fights and stuff. Mason would never. She wouldn't waste food. Whoops, better pay attention or I'll burn the veggies. This time, when all's said and done, I've created this pasta and veggie thing. And it actually looks edible. What is it? It's like what the the series of unfortunate event kids makes. Pasta bolognese. Pasta bolognese. Would have been better with fresh ingredients, but I'm no purist. Well, would you look at that? I did that. We did that. I told you it's more fun together. Look at that. Look at that sexy little cat look. Look at that. A little blush. It's like, it makes me think of those medieval paintings where the cats that are drawn are just human-faced awful creatures. But it's like way cuter here on this little anime style or cartoony style. Like, yeah, okay, no human-faced cat. That's pretty cute. Yeah, maybe we can do this more often. Like, I mean, if you don't mind, of course. We gotta find the time, but yeah, okay. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to eat this now because my stomach's already full of butterflies. We settle in for dinner. It's not the best thing I've ever had, and it's certainly nothing compared to Mason's cooking, but it's a start. I feel pretty good. She seems to be enjoying it too. I don't think Mason's the type to pretend to like something to spare feelings, so I feel pretty damn accomplished. She's a cat. I wonder how the what things cats are able to eat goes. But I guess noodles with a little bit of olive oil on them is probably not that bad. We talk while we eat. Well, it's more that I ramble and Mason listens, or at least pretends to. I'm probably boring her. I should stop, right? Right. I do. She looks back at me expectantly. Whoa, she's actually paying attention. Having her attention flusters me. I fumble with my dish and nearly add pasta to the couch. Better get back to business before I psych myself out. Wanna look at the book now? Yeah, sure. Cool, let me get it. I scoop up the dinner bowls, and after a quick loop into the kitchen to dump them in the sink, I'll get to them someday, I dip into the bedroom to grab the book. You're gonna love this, it's pretty cool. I settle down on the couch, huddled in my favorite spot against the armrest, and pop the book open. I show it to Mason like I'm setting up a magic trick. Now you see me. Uh-huh. With a great flourish, I put the bookmark over the garbled text to show her the transformation. And now you do! It's just like, huh? Yeah, I had one of those 3D trick books as a kid too. No, it's not a trick. It's magic. Didn't you see how the words literally jump out under the bookmark? Eh, I'm just messing with you. It's pretty cool. Oh, she doesn't seem all that surprised. Tough crowd. The really cool stuff is inside. You ready? I'll read it for you. Just relax and listen, okay? I think it'll be easier that way. I clear my throat with a big noise and roll my shoulders. Gotta speak from the diaphragm, just like they said in drama club. I mean, I think that's what they said. Not like I ever got a speaking role. Mason doesn't have to know that. I start reading, and though I trip over some of the words, just like I always do when I read too fast, yeah. Mason's attention remains sharp and focused. She's paying more attention to me than she has anybody else. She's so attentive to me, I can't figure out why. Maybe because I bothered to pay attention to her? Has anyone else tried? After a while of reading and some short, flubbed demonstrations, Mason stands and stretches. She walks away from me over to the other armrest. I wonder if I spoke too soon. Maybe she's bored. Keep going. Oh, she noticed me falter. I pretend like I was taking a break to cough, and then I get back to reading. She climbs onto the back of the couch and walks towards me. I guess she's still stretching. I keep reading. But then I feel two paws on my shoulder. And before I know it, a cat's curled around my neck. Not just any cat, a Mason cat. Is this okay? I can move. No, it's fine. It's nice. I think so. This is weird. This is super weird. I'm getting flustered by a cat. Am I weird for that? I'm definitely weird, in a weird situation. It's so weird that weird is starting to sound weird. You were saying? Oh, right. So, I pick up as best as I can. I think I'm reading the same paragraph for a second time, but Mason doesn't seem to notice or mind. What's that rumble on the back of my neck? Oh. It makes sense that she'd purr as a cat, but wow. What's that supposed to mean? I read more and she grows quiet. I turn my head to ask her why, and I get my answer. She's fallen asleep. Should I wake her up? It's only 10 p.m. That's not late at all. Though, if I consider how early she's at the cafe every day, I asked a lot of her to come out this late and listen to me. She isn't even interested in breaking the curse right now. Why'd she come out? Is it... Nah, forget it. We'll have to try again. Maybe next cooking lesson. In the meantime, I might as well get back to reading. I don't want to disturb her. I wake up on the couch with a book in my lap and a crick in my neck. When did I fall asleep? I don't even remember it. I feel a warm lump by my side. Is that Mason? Nope, just Mochi. What are you doing, you sack of cat food? Meh. He flops over, belly up, and makes biscuits in the air at me. Look at him mug for attention. Oh, this is cute. But seriously, where did she go? She's not anywhere on the couch. Maybe she slept somewhere else? I unfold my creaky legs and look around. Mason? Hey. She's not in here. I peek into the bedroom. Not there either. What the hell? How would she leave? She can't open doors. I don't remember opening the door either. Unless I sleepwalked. That wouldn't be the strangest thing to happen to me lately, but I doubt it's likely. I see a flurry of movement from the corner of my eye. Is it her? Oh, no. It's just the tree branch outside the window. Huh. Oh, maybe that's how. Did she climb out the window? Why? It's way earlier than I usually get up, but I feel wide awake. There's no use going back to sleep while a certain cat chef is at large. Might as well go out for breakfast. Maybe I'll find her along the way. As I shower and putter around the apartment, I try to think of where she could have gone. She's always got somewhere to be, so I guess it's wherever that is. It's not like she could have another job, right? Or like a secret date friend? Or maybe, think back to what Reese said. Maybe she's in trouble or causing trouble? That can't be it. She's not like that. I got ready at a grossly early time. Graves was right. I really am getting used to the cursed Daystar, or whatever nerdy thing he called it. Mason's probably at the cafe doing prep. but I don't actually know if anyone's opened the floor yet or not. I might even beat Landry to work, assuming he didn't sleep there. I've got a key now, but it feels weird to just, like, show up. What if Mason isn't there yet and it's just me and a bunch of cats? What if Graves is wandering around in his pajamas? I don't want to see that. I'll kill time before I go in. I want donuts anyway. This place has the best donuts. I feel like I've had them recently, even though I haven't been here in a while. Maybe they're just so good it feels like it was only yesterday. You're so freaking oblivious, Avery. The owner's absorbed in his own world of coffee and the newspaper. I stand at the counter for a few seconds, waiting for him to notice me. He doesn't. Excuse me? I see his hand reach out, but it's only to scratch the head of the sleeping cat next to him. It hits me as hard as Mason probably punches. I know that cat. Why is she... We've already run into her here before. We knew she was here. Avery, you gotta play... This is not playing it cool, Avery. Avery, my friend. Yourself. I hear ya. What do you want? Oh, sorry. Donuts, please. Yeah, I got those. Yeah. Which do you want? Are you gonna make me guess? His demeanor is so familiar. I glance down at Mason, asleep without a care in the world. Cat's not included with donuts. Pick what you want, unless you're gonna stand there catching flies. Oh, sorry. 2 chocolate, please. It seems way familiar. He turns to get the donuts. Mason hasn't stirred. I'm starting to get nervous. I hope she doesn't freak out if she sees me. So, you like cats? Never cared either way. Nice to have the company. So, she keeps you company? Are you all alone here? Usually. No family or anything? He takes his time putting the donuts in wax paper, meticulously folding the top over and over. He drops the bag on the counter and turns away. Not anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. Why? You do something to them? Oh, no, I mean, I just... In general, I guess. You know, just as a saying. I reach for the donuts even though I don't need them anymore. The foot in my mouth doesn't leave much room for food. So, do you know anybody named Mason? Ow! Before I can even finish, Mason is a blur. Suddenly she's on me. There's a sharp pain on my hand, a lot of hissing, and a little blood. Ah! Hey, hey! He pulls Mason off of me, back behind the counter. She's spitting fury, trying to get at me. I'm too shocked to even move. What did you do to her? Nothing. I didn't do anything. You saw me. Look, you should go. Sorry. The donuts. Sorry. I leave the donuts on the counter and make a run for the door. Whoopsie. Friend, you gotta not blow... You can't blow her cover. I keep running well past the point where I can see the corner store. My hand stings like hell, and I think I see some beads of blood at the corner. It's one of those just so cat scratches where, like, you just get like a little welling of, like, 3 teeny tiny little drops of blood, but then the rest of it is just kind of a pink line. It's a very dramatic kind of cut. But that's not what bothers me. What the hell was her problem? Dude, should I even go to work? She'll be there later. What if she goes after me then, too? Dude, you just shocked her. You were in her space. She woke up to you blowing her cover. I don't think she'd do that, but I also didn't think she'd scratch me. And look where we are now. My pace slows until I'm just sort of puttering along. I could go home, but I don't think I have any peroxide or bandages. You shouldn't actually use peroxide. And you know where I'd go for that? The corner store. I can't wrap my head around it. Whatever the cause, it's hard to feel sympathy for someone who just messed up my hand. I'm not feeling any better when I approach the cafe. I see some people-shaped objects in the window. People are here. I'd better snap out of it. I guess it is kind of like somebody just fucking pulled a knife on you. That looks like Landry. And Hayes? I know Hayes won't pry, but Landry's such a mama bird. Well, nothing to do but go for it. I take a deep breath and prepare myself, and then open the door. There they are.
Oh, hi, Avery. Oh my gosh, what happened? We better get you patched up.
Oh, Avery, come here. We have a first aid kit in the bathroom. Oh, thanks. Hayes runs to the bathroom for the kit. I duck in to wash my hands and then sit in the chair Landry's pulled up. Thanks, guys. It's no big deal. It's just a scratch.
It's best to treat it quickly and effectively. You shouldn't risk infection.
You don't know where strays have been. You could get something like cat scratch fever. I thought that was just a song. Song? Never mind. No. Pulled a cat knife on you, that's right.
It was a stray though, right? It wasn't one of the cats here or your cat?
Yeah, it was a wild stray.
Okay, I'd be worried if we had a cat who'd become aggressive.
How do you tell him it's our chef who's become aggressive?
But be careful. Leave it to Graves to bring in the new cats. However he corrals them, he does it well.
He says some more stuff about stray cats and Graves, but I'm not paying attention. As Hayes patches me up, I peer past them both toward the kitchen. Maybe I've made a mistake. Maybe it wasn't Mason. Could have been a coincidence, where some random cat hates the sound of my voice. It's possible, isn't it?
First Mason doesn't show up, and now this. I felt bad about today.
My mouth dries up and I feel my heart stutter. She's not here? Where is she? What if she doesn't come in at all and it's my fault?
Hayes, don't get too worked up. We've dealt with all sorts of weird things here, right? We could handle a cat scratch and a little cooking. Those rank pretty low on the weirdo meter.
Everybody's getting a weird voice today. What do you mean Mason didn't show up? Where is she?
I don't know. We haven't heard anything. But don't worry. She might just be sick or something, you know? We're kind of lax about missed days. You can't exactly call out sick with cat paws. But still, it's not like her to not show up. She's never missed a day. But I make a pretty mean grilled cheese sandwich. And Hayes is good in the kitchen too, right, Hayes?
Maybe not on this scale, but I can try. I don't know. I don't want to disappoint anyone. They're so calm about it, but there's this ball of anger simmering in my gut and bubbling up my throat. Maybe Reese was right. Maybe I'm going to be treated like this if I get close to her. You are making so many assumptions, Avery.
Avery, please don't be upset.
Huh?
Look so angry.
Angry. It's a 3-syllable word. You're angry. Oh, I do? Sorry, I was thinking about something. Hayes doesn't look convinced. Not surprising. I've never been good at hiding my anger.
Well, I'm going to get to work. Hayes, will you help me prep?
Landry and Hayes head into the back. As they go, I notice their low murmuring and stolen glances. Oh, gossip. Let them gossip. Everyone does around here. I sullenly reload the napkin holders, staring out the window the whole time. Why is my hand covered in salt? Huh. I guess I knocked the shaker over. Didn't even notice. Aw, crap. I flick the salt off my hand and pick up the shaker. I didn't break it, did I?
Avery!
Ah! I pitch the shaker in surprise. It clatters across the floor. Now it's definitely broken. Yeah, I have that reflex sometimes. Startle means just like throw anything that's in your hand. It's great.
Avery, she's here.
Salt cascades onto the floor. Now I've got more cleanup to do.
I don't have to cook after all. She's getting prepped.
Did she say what happened or where she was? Or there's still a part of me that's hoping, in spite of myself, that maybe something else came up? That maybe I had a run-in with a completely different crooked-tailed tabby?
I didn't ask, but I'm sure she has her reasons. Wouldn't be like her to just play hooky.
But clawing my hand isn't like her either, is it? I leave the leaky salt shaker where it lies. I need to see her. Oh, okay, so this is why This is why relationships at work are really an issue. Because, no, you should clean up the salt. Customers are going to be here. You need to finish your work-related business before you do anything personal. You are at work. There she is, chopping veggies like nothing happened. And there's Hayes, scrambling around to ready pots and pans.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? If you're sick, you shouldn't fuss over work. We wouldn't want to get germs on the food. Not that you're germ-filled.
Not sick.
Okay, as long as everything is all right. Oh, Avery, I guess you heard.
Mason freezes when she hears my name. She stands still, facing away, shoulders braced. Then she resumes her prep. Just goes back to work, like nothing happened. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. I want to see her face. I know what she's thinking. I try to crane my neck to look, but she whips her head away. I don't get more than a glimpse. I might be reading too much into a split-second glance, but I think I saw guilt. I have to talk to her or I'm going to explode. Hey, Mason? Nothing. I've never seen someone so interested in chopping vegetables. Mason, you hear me, or do I have to ask Hayes to get your attention? What? Can you help me get something from the basement? See, my hand got all scratched up by some cat. That was uncalled for, Avery. I disagree with that. Disagree with your little undercutting passive-aggressive bullshit there. It's not proper communication. She chops celery like a public execution. After a long, deep breath, she finally turns to me. Shouldn't mess with strays like that. Just come with me. I'm surprised she lets me drag her down by the wrist. Nope. She lets me drag her by the wrist downstairs. She could easily make this like carrying a stone block down a mountain. Hey, Skelly boy. Hey, Skelly. Skelly friend. How you doing? We're good. Well, physically. She's already doing it emotionally. What? What do you mean, what? What you? What the hell, man? It doesn't have the impact I want, but you try piecing together words when you feel like you're about to boil over. You can't play dumb when you're the one who did it. I panicked. You sure did. Is that your answer every time you get upset? Just take a chunk out of somebody? Look. Whatever your problem is, you didn't have to hurt me. I didn't mean to. No, that's weak. I thought we were cool. But if you're just gonna bully me. Think that's new? But I'm not used to hearing that? Go ahead. I get it from everyone. Oh no, you don't get to hide behind that. That doesn't work for me. Why do you push? I didn't ask for this. Thought we had something nice, but then you push and pry. Give up, like everyone else. Don't make this about you unless you're gonna do it to apologize. Told you it was an accident. I'm sorry, okay? Ugh, I can't have this conversation with you right now. You're right, you can't, Avery, because you're not listening to her. I need to go. I storm upstairs, shutting out whatever response she might have had for me. I'm making more noise than I expected. Thanks, cheap old wooden steps. Good. Let everyone hear it. Yeah, push it! I don't stop storming until I'm outside. If Landry and Hayes didn't hear me before, I'm sure they hear me slam the door. No, you're 19. You are a child. This is all well within what I would expect of a 19-year-old in this situation. I can't get too mad. I can't stay here. I want them to know I'm mad, but that doesn't mean I want to talk about it. I need some air. But where do I go? If I go home, I won't come back. Maybe I'll walk in circles until I forget everything about scruffy orange cats. I stare at the ground as I walk, forcing my focus on the cracks in the asphalt and the scuffs on the side of my shoe. Anything to distract. It works, a little. At least I don't feel like punching my heart anymore. I should have paid more attention to where I was going. Look where I ended up. I love making things worse for myself. The owner's still here, still reading a book. still have no idea what I'm doing. I stand in the doorway. Good plan. Close the door. Only after the door fails to jingle does he look up. He looks like he's about to say something else, but stops. I can feel his eyes on my bandaged hand. You're that kid from earlier. You alright? Yeah. I don't know what I did, but that cat sure didn't like it. Don't worry. I'm not mad or disgruntled or anything. Not at him, at least. Close the door. This time I oblige and step up to the counter. He sets the book down and gives me his full attention. I wanted to, apologize for causing trouble, I guess. If I was prying or something. Don't matter to me. Sorry she got wild. Guess it happens with strays. She's sweet with me. Oh. Did you find her somewhere or adopt her or something? Don't own her or nothing. Comes and goes when she wants. I am still marked as a over 18 channel. Because I can't stream Monster Prom and consider myself not 18 plus. Just because they're so raunchy. They're such raunchy monsters. Runs off during the day, always comes back mornings and evenings. Don't know why. Not like I feed her. I think I know the type. How's your hand? It wasn't a deep scratch. It's the principle, you know? You think you know someone, and then... So, how'd you know Mason? You see her? Oh, crap, he's sharp. I only got half her name out earlier, and he's already on it. Oh, are you related? I see the resemblance. Same grunt and all. I didn't know that was genetic. My granddaughter. You didn't answer my question. I can't really figure out is how he feels about it. Is he worried about her? Angry? Excited? I don't know. Raunchy ranch monsters. Raunchy ranch. Excited? I don't know. He's even harder to read than Mason. Oh, I didn't know. We work together. Work together? Yeah. She's really cool. I like her a lot. Well, usually. Is that what you're calling it now? Work. What? His already frosty demeanor ices over. The way he stares at me makes me nervous. What'd I say? Is it because I said I like her? I didn't mean it like that. Well, not really. Oh man, I gotta get my thoughts together and... Yeah, my voice squeaks. Keeping it real cool, Gray. Though it's also fun, you know? Another useless delinquent, huh? Like her? What? Causing trouble for us decent, hard-working folk. That your idea of work? With your cats and your cafes? Look, I think you got the wrong idea, sir. I work at a cafe. Why did I suddenly... I work at a cafe. He's not buying it. And I threw in the sir and everything. What did she do? What do you mean by delinquent? He studies me for what's probably the longest minute to exist in eternity. I'm not sure if he's going to say something, or if I should say something, or if I should even move. I shouldn't move, right? If I ran away, I could never come back, and I'd never learn more about Mason, like the nosy coworker that I am. I'd give anything to have someone break this awkward moment. Oh, the worst possible someone has shown up. There she is, hackles raised. Huh. Not like her to show up this time of day. I'd better go. Sorry. I don't even have time to hope that Mason stayed behind, because there she is at my feet. Should have known you'd come back. Meddling again. What, you come back to finish the job? Are you gonna kill me now? I show off the bandage with a sneer. Her tail puffs up like static. What the fuck, Avery? Have a little empathy. Don't do this. Not here. You want to talk so bad, we'll do it at the cafe, where I can make human expressions and do human things. Fine with me. It's a long, silent walk back. And curiosity overtakes my anger. What happened between them? I'm sure it's something to do with that delinquent stuff, but I don't know where to start. The bits and pieces of possibility swirled uselessly in my head. We head straight to the basement, barely sparing a nod for Hayes along the way. At least he didn't try to say anything. I wouldn't have known what to tell him. These poor coworkers. Our head cook is just getting totally teed off by our newest server, who's just a complete flake. Look, sorry. Don't know what else to say, but I mean it. I'm sorry. I really panicked. Wow, she starts right out with that. Takes some of the wind out of my sails. She's not defensive or combative anymore. But please, stop pushing. You aren't gonna help. I sort of barged in and messed stuff up, huh? I'm sorry. Is there anything I should know? For stuff like this, so I don't put you in a bad spot again? Though, I don't know where else you'd go as a cat, so maybe it won't come up again. Just there. Just don't go. It's gonna just cause problems. Are you still gonna go? Can't see him any other way. Your grandpa? Why not call him? I bet he misses you. You could explain that you're busy with work or have another job and invite him to... He wouldn't come. I'm sure he would. He could close the store for lunch, or I could cover the counter for him. I'm sure he'd make time for his... No. He doesn't want to see me. What? Why? It's none of your business. Just don't go. Come on, Mason. I care about you a lot, and I want to help you, or at least be there for you. But it's really hard when you won't tell me anything. I reach over to put my hand on hers. She's going to pull away any second, I know it. Oh, we're holding hands. But she doesn't. You said it was nice someone who wasn't afraid of you. So here I am, not being afraid. Prying. I'm super nosy. I want to know more about you. I slip my fingers between hers. She looks away, but tentatively locks her fingers with mine. We used to be close. Me and her? Oh, her grandpa, of course. Wait, she's actually talking about it. I squeeze her hand in encouragement. I grew up with them. Right above that corner store. We'd bake for the store together. It was nice. When I got older, we stopped talking. Think he didn't know what to do with a teenager. Maybe I reminded him too much of my mom. It just turned into fights. It's all we did after a while. I started skipping school, making bad friends, getting into bad stuff. And he's not stupid. He knew. We got in a real bad one, and I left. Just took my stuff and left. Oh, Mason, I'm so sorry. It's what it is. Can't change the past. Drifted for a while, though. Then I thought, to hell with this. I'm gonna show him wrong and get a real job. So, I came here. And I love it, but it's hard to come back, you know? I can't talk to him like that. Went to check on him one day. He was so lonely. Real happy to have company. Started talking to me. Cat me. More than he had to human me. First it was about his day, achy knees, what a customer said. But later it was me. He said he missed me, but it was too late. I wanted to stay with him, whatever way I can. Even if it's as a stray cat. Yeah, Avery, I'm with you on this. I was about to garble it as well. But if he said he misses you, couldn't you talk to him? It's not that simple. You saw how mad he got when you said you're my friend. You saw that? So, you know, I think he misses me like I'm already lost. It's fine.
I can look after him like this. Better than what we could have had if I was human. Not gonna try to change it. Can't afford to lose it.
She pulls her hand away and shoves it back into her pocket. It's a shame. Her hands were rough but worn.
Don't know what else to do. I should stick to cooking. At least I'm good at that.
I think you're good at more than that.
Better get back to work. Hazel burned the kitchen down.
Is he really that bad?
Not as bad as you.
Hey! She does the unbelievable. She cracks a smile. Look at her little vulnerable face here. Look at this little bit, like little squiggly mouth, and she's got blushy. With a pat on my shoulder, she heads upstairs. I hear the creaking of each step, but the noise stops at the top.
Avery.
Yeah?
Thanks for listening.
Anytime, Mason. She keeps the menu simple, but these little tea sandwiches are delicious. She fixes one for me, and I shovel it into my gaping maw during my break. She even gave me these sugar snap pea chips that I like. I salvage what I can of the day, but I'm mixing up orders while I think about Mason and her grandpa. She thinks it's unfixable, but that can't be the case. I know I'm being nosy. I should leave her to her business, but I continue messing up orders as I think up a plan. My tip suffered a lot today. That transition. We could have had a little more acknowledgement of the transition into night. But I think I've got an idea that'll make it worth it. Did Mason stick around? I bet she didn't. Sure enough, she left without as much a word. Without as much of a word. We made a few steps forward in communication, but there's bound to be some tripping. Hayes handles kitchen cleanup. I know he offered because things are still weird with me and Mason. Good. That clears the front for the next stage of my plan. Like a secret agent, I slip upstairs and pull out the chocolate cake I've been eyeing all day. Mason considers it her specialty. I consider it heaven. Step 1, I box up a piece of cake. Step 1.5, I box up a second piece. You know, for me. Consider it my finder's fee if this plan works. If not, it's my preemptive consolation prize. I shove the boxes into a to-go bag, then dump a fistful of menus on top. That's step 2, by the way. Then step 3, be cool. That's the hardest step so far. I finish up my closing chores and scurry home. I assume we paid for the cake. My tip suffered a lot. Oh, dear. I take the other way home, the one that doesn't put me past the corner store. Don't want to invade anyone's space, not yet. Step 4, try to sleep. That turns out to be harder than the last step. I can't stop thinking about Mason. Maybe I am meddling too much. But anything's got to be better than what they're doing now. Neither of them are going to take the first step. This has to be the right thing. Step 5, sleep in. Oh. I do that part real well. Sorry, I had just had this whole internal conversation where it's like, it's another day. We've streamed for over an hour. We should stop now, but we're like right in the middle of this plot, right? We should at least talk to Grandpa. Good thing the cafe is lax about attendance. Anyway, it's part of the plan, I promise. I eat my slice of cake for breakfast. You know, gotta make sure it's still good the next day. Trust me, it is. So that's step, whatever. I think we're on 6. The higher my number of steps get, the more my heart pounds. I really hope this works. Okay, the actual step 6. Once I'm 100% sure Mason's left for work, that was the sleeping in part, see? I slip into the corner store. Sure enough, her grandpa's there reading the paper. He glances up but scowls and returns to the sports page. Here goes nothing. So, we got off on a bad foot the other day. I wanted to clear things up.
What do you care about some old man's opinion? Don't care about you one way or another.
But I care about what you think I'm doing. What you think Mason's doing. I see where Mason got that glower from. Sends a chill down my spine. Get out. I can do this. I can stand my ground. Okay, I will. I just wanted to give you something first. It's from her. From her work. I put the to-go bag on the counter and scoot it towards him. It's from yesterday, so the icing's a little crunchy, but it's still good. I should know. I had some. Not from that piece, of course. I included menus if you want to see what we do. It's a cat cafe. If you like strays, you might like our cats, too. I've deflected his glare from me to the to-go bag. He's staring so hard I think it might catch fire. I put the menu next to the bag, but he doesn't move. I guess it's time to enact step 7. Withdraw coolly. Okay, that's all. I'll go now, just like you said. Bye. Bye. Yep, that was cool. No use worrying anymore, I guess. I completed my big plan. The final step is to see what happens. I wonder what he's thinking. Is he happy that Mason's got a good job now? Does it matter if he's still mad? I hope I did the right thing. Oh, you busybody. Reese and Landry's heads snap up as they hear the door.
Oh, Avery, thank goodness. I was worried something happened to you.
When it's the two of these guys, it's very hard to go back and forth between them because their voices are almost the same.
2 tardy workers in...
What was that? No.
2 tardy workers in a week. I'll have to talk to Graves about tightening the absence policy.
It's no big deal, Reese, as long as nothing happened. You okay, Avery? Yeah, sorry. I slept through my alarm, but I'm here and ready to go. Well, it's not entirely a lie, right? Mason's here, right? Everything okay?
Yeah, I thought she was getting sick yesterday, but she said she feels fine. She's making some amazing pumpkin soup today. You should try it. Don't dip your grubby paws into the stock pot until you're on break.
Yeah. Beyond that initial fuss, it's a quiet day. I'm making it feel 10 million times longer by spending my time staring at the door. Is he going to show up? Is Mason going to get mad if he does? Ah! Ah! I was so distracted I almost tripped over Marina. At least she's looking out when I'm not. Sorry, buddy. I give her some extra catnip and apology, but I should know by now that starts a feeding frenzy around these parts. Before I know it, I'm up to my neck in cats. Hash browns is practically climbing up my pants to get the jar out of my hand. Then I hear it. The door. I nearly dropped the jar. The cats would be all over that. It's him. He actually came. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. I slam the catnip jar on the table and wade through the circling cats to get to the door before Landry. Welcome! Welcome, sir! I'm happy to see you. Just coffee. Ah! You got it. Here, come take a seat. Kick up your heels and relax. He doesn't do that last part, but he at least follows me to the seat closest to the kitchen and settles in. What kind of coffee would you like? We have all sorts of varieties, compliments of our barista. Do you like espresso, cappuccino, flat white, mochaccino, punkacino? I still don't know much about coffee, and I'm nervous, okay? So I rambled a bit. Just coffee. Nothing fancy. You got it, sir. It's on the house, by the way. Family discount. In that case, give me that soup, too. That's special. Coming right up. Pumpkin soup. I bounded to the kitchen like I'm breaking up a wedding at the end of a rom-com. I want to tell her so bad. Don't run in my kitchen. I'm sorry. Just a little wound up. We got a special guest. Don't care about celebrities. Oh, it's something different. You'll see. Order up. Okay, thanks, bye. I grabbed the tray and careened back onto the floor. Sorry, my nose is starting to really get itchy. Mason's grandpa barely even looks up when I set the coffee and soup before him. It's a shame. I put a really good flourish on it, too. He does notice that I can't stop staring at him as he sips his coffee. Close your mouth, unless you want to catch flies. Ha! Right, like before. Ha! I busy myself by aggressively cleaning all the tables around him. He stares at first, but gets used to it and ignores me. He's just like, yeah, there's that person's over there is a little hyperactive today. He's just silently eating soup with a stone-faced stare into the distance. Is he watching the cats? I'm going to pretend he's watching the cats. When I see him push the bowl away, I pounce. So, what'd you think?
Tastes familiar.
Well, that's great. I'll get the chef so you can pay your compliments to her. I don't stick around to hear him object. Mason, hey, Mason.
What?
I'm right here. Oh, okay. Customer wants to talk to you about the food, of course.
What? They got a problem? Ain't no problems with my cooking.
No, I think he liked it. Come on. I grab her hand and pull her out of the kitchen. This is so dangerous. Do not do this. Do not scheme with people's hearts. I've barely got her out of the kitchen when I feel her freeze. She suddenly is heavy and still as a statue. Of course she is. Her grandpa looked just as shocked. Just as shocked. An eternity passes. I feel like I'm going to melt caught between their stares. Mason looks pretty angry. Maybe I messed up. Maybe this was a mistake. She opens her mouth to say something.
You took my recipe.
Just doing what you taught me.
Been here all this time?
Yeah.
Got your cake yesterday, the chocolate one. Still making that icing too sweet. Come over and I'll show you how to make it again.
Mason's never been for a lot of words, but now she looks like she's lost all of them. She stares at me dumbfounded, and then back at her grandpa.
I better get back to work. Did I drive you off? Didn't mean to push you away. I was scared. Lost too many people like that, so I went too tough. Regret it every day.
It wasn't you. I was bullheaded, too stubborn,
wanted to prove myself and let pride get the best of me.
Her grandpa does something I've never seen from him before. He smiles. Oh, look at Grandpa's smile. His eyes glimmer a bit in a glossy sort of way. Maybe it's the light. He clears his throat.
I gotta work. Mason turns and takes unsteady steps towards the kitchen. Key lime pie. Make me key lime tomorrow. You know it's my favorite.
Mason freezes in place. It's gotta be the lighting. Her eyes are also glittering when she turns around.
Yeah.
And with a forced march, she disappears back into the kitchen. That's enough emotions for today, Mason says. And I heave a sigh of relief, which is enough to remind her grandpa that I'm here.
You. What's your name?
Am I in trouble? Avery, sir.
Avery.
Thank you.
Think we needed a bonehead to get moving.
Bonehead? Anytime. I'm just glad. I hope this means you'll talk more.
You said this was on the house, right?
Yep, you got it.
Good. Come by sometime and I'll repay the favor. You like donuts?
Love 'em, sir.
Good. Now, gotta get back to work. Can't keep the store closed. Could get used to taking lunch breaks, though. Bye, Avery.
Bye. He's gone and out the door before I realize I should ask his name, too. Crap. I guess I'll just ask the next time I see him. His name is Mason's grandpa. Don't you know? I should go check on that other bonehead. No, you're the bonehead. You're the bonehead, friend. Mason's hunched over the counter, hands balled up into fists. Of course she's crying. Is she mad? At me? Mason? She starts and turns away to stir the soup. She's adamant about looking away, no matter how hard I try to get her attention. She's crying.
Mason Sr.? Mason Sr.? You really got your nose into this one. Couldn't leave it alone, could you? Just had to keep prying.
I know I probably should have left it alone, but what if you never reconciled? I couldn't stop thinking about that. Like, what if it stayed as a lonely old guy with a cat who doesn't know is his granddaughter? That's too sad. I know it's going to be a long path from here, but so nosy, so pushy. I freeze. My heart is going to jump out of my throat. I don't know how to react to that. My fight or flight instinct is going wild. And then she looks up. Oh! Oh! Logically, I know she has emotions besides scowling, but seeing such a genuine smile from her... Oh, she's still got her rubber glove on, though. It's such a pleasant surprise. I can't help but smile back. Food safety. You stubborn idiot. Thank you. Of course. Glad I could be an idiot for good for once. Be idiot for good. She's actually laughing? She is! Before I can say anything, she turns away. I'm never going to forget that expression. Maybe she used to smile like that all the time. I hope I get to see it more often. Get back to work. Day's not over yet. You too. If you slack off, I'm going to steal all the Mont Blanc. You don't even like Mont Blanc. Well, we'll see about that. I stupidly putter around for the rest of the day. I barely even register what's happening. After a stress strain like that, nothing else could possibly get me all worked up again. Mason calls me to the kitchen at the end of the day. I bet she needs me to lend my muscle to scrubbing the soup out of the stock pot. Wait, I'm the worst person to ask. I have negative muscle. Instead, I see her at the counter with 2 to-go bags. Huh? What's all this? Couple of things. First, cookies for Granddad. Will you go with me and take them to him? I can't carry him. Oh yeah, you gonna go hang out there after work? Of course. This second one's for you. Made you dinner, so stop ordering takeout. You're gonna get scurvy if you keep eating nothing but pizza. That's not true. Tomato has vitamin C in it. Pretty sure. Oh, thank you. Pizza contains all the food groups, so I'd be fine, but I appreciate it. Just one more thing. Before I can even move my lips to form a question, she grabs my shoulders and pushes me into the wall. Ooh, she's not too forceful, but it doesn't stop the pathetic yelp of surprise as I make impact. Ooh, is this going where I think it's going? Yep. Oh, Capadon! Getting cornered. Yep. She needs to bend to kiss me because she's so tall. But I like that. I like all of this a whole lot, actually. Her kiss feels like she's trying to force me into the wall. This is going to be a lot to keep up with. But I like that, too. Come on, let's go. She pulls away and drops the to-go bags into my hands. Her steps take her to the threshold of the door where she stops, waiting for me. Hoo-hoo! You got it. I barrel out the back door. A moment later, I feel a cat land on my shoulder. I don't know how she jumped that high, but it is Mason. She's capable of anything. Oh, look how cute she is. All right, to Grandpa's. Can I call him Grandpa? All right. So we are going to call it a day. This game is not over, even though I am dating, I have successfully wooed my lady. There is still yet some shenanigans to go on in this cat cafe. So please come back again tomorrow so that you can see what further awaits us in Hustle Cat. Yeah, good progress. It's got good pacing, I feel like. All right. As always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day and be safe out there. Bye for now.